You just brought up something about keyboarding. It made me think about this. Most children today are accustomed to the touch screen. Phones, iPads, everything's touch screen. These from age 6 months up, probably. But anyway, these tests are administered on the keyboard, as we're talking about. When are they taught keyboarding? To be efficient at keyboarding, so they can be efficient on a test.
Again, that's a local decision on what they do with computer labs, computer training with their children. It varies greatly from state to state. We don't mandate keyboarding instruction at a particular grade level. We leave that decision up to the local districts. One, they've got to know if they've got the expertise, the lab space to do it, and when, and also when it's been most effective, and whether they've got the instructor that can do a good job for that. But I do know that we've got to get better at that so that we're not freaking the kids out. The first time they do something online is when they've got an assessment. We've got to prepare them for that process well in advance.
Richard, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think with technology, it's a wonderful tool, but it's just a platform. You know, one of the things we look at that within Irwin County, I mean, most of our kids, we started keyboarding about 3rd grade, so we had a little bit of, experience with that. But, one of the things we look at is some of the research that's coming out is the, does reading, on the computer, does that actually lower test scores or your ability there? And so I think that's a concern there, that when we look at that, what are we expecting our kids, to do? Will it hurt their performance? Also, one of the things, that I love technology, but technology costs money, okay? The state is expecting all the states, or all of our schools to go online, and my question is, who's going to pay for it? Technology has to be updated, and we cannot push the bill down at the local levels. But also with testing, again, we're looking at the end of the year. You're looking at almost 180 days, and you're saying, okay, let's see what our child has learned. For me as an individual and a teacher, I want to make sure that I'm testing regularly on the front side so that I can make the corrections, early on. Because if I wait to the end of the year to find out what my child learned or didn't learn, I've basically lost a full year. And so we need to make sure that when we look at testing, while we're testing, to make sure it does benefit and make sure that it is sensible, and not only for the kids, but we need to make sure our teachers are trained with it. So many times as an educator, I've seen technology pop up in my classroom, but I never received any training. And so that's another part of the process that we have to make sure that the people who are in charge of the testing actually know what they're doing as well.